Welcome back to Life Advice for You, where we tackle the truths no one else will. Helen Mirren, celebrated for her elegance and wisdom, has shown us that new beginnings are always possible, no matter our age. Have you ever wondered if love can find its way back into your life after years of solitude? Consider the moving story of Mr. Barron, a 65-year-old man who, after spending many years alone, decided to seek companionship again. However, his journey was far from simple. He encountered unexpected challenges that tested his resilience and understanding of relationships in later life. His story is not unique. Countless older adults face similar experiences as they navigate love, loss, and the complexities of starting over. Mr. Barron's experience teaches us profound lessons about patience, empathy, and the deep need for human connection at any stage of life. His ups and downs reflect the realities of many older adults who, despite their wisdom, still grapple with the emotional hurdles of companionship. Through his story, we uncover valuable insights on rebuilding trust, adapting to change, and embracing the beauty of shared experiences. Just like Mr. Barron, many people have found love later in life in ways they never expected. From those who reconnect with childhood sweethearts after decades apart, to widows and widowers who take the courageous step of opening their hearts again, love in later years comes in many forms. The journey may not always be smooth, but the rewards of companionship and emotional support are immeasurable. Stay with us until the end, and you'll gain meaningful perspectives that can help you navigate your own life transitions, whether in relationships, personal growth, or embracing change. If this story resonates with you, please take a moment to like this video. Your support allows us to continue sharing inspiring lessons for those in their golden years. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another uplifting story. If you find this video insightful, comment number 9 below. And if you have suggestions for improvement, feel free to comment number 0. I truly value your feedback. Now let's dive into Mr. Barron's remarkable journey and uncover the wisdom his experience holds for all of us. Number 1. The challenges of remarriage in later life. A story of Mr. Barron's search for love. Dear viewers, we all understand that living alone in old age can be both challenging and lonely. Many seniors find themselves longing for companionship, a desire that often leads them to consider remarriage. In today's world, finding love later in life is no longer something reserved only for the young. Older adults have just as much right to seek a partner, share life's joys, and create meaningful connections in their golden years. However, while remarriage can bring happiness and fulfillment, it also comes with unique challenges. A successful relationship at any age requires patience, empathy, and mutual respect. It's easy to focus on personal needs, but lasting companionship depends on understanding and compromise. Small differences, such as habits, expectations, or even natural changes that come with aging, can unexpectedly strain a relationship. For instance, something as simple as an age-related scent, which some elderly individuals naturally develop, may become a source of discomfort if not approached with kindness and understanding. To illustrate these challenges, let's look at the story of Mr. Barron, a 65-year-old widower who longed for companionship after years of solitude. Hoping to share his later years with someone special, he met Mrs. Mary, a 62-year-old woman with a warm and pleasant personality. Their connection grew quickly, and they decided to marry, excited about the possibility of spending the rest of their lives together. However, just 5 days into their marriage, their relationship unexpectedly unraveled. Mrs. Mary expressed discomfort with what she described as Mr. Barron's unusual scent, something she hadn't noticed before they lived together. What seemed like a minor issue at first soon became a major point of tension. Mr. Barron, feeling rejected and deeply hurt, accused her of being overly critical, while Mrs. Mai, unable to adjust, struggled with growing discomfort in their shared space. The misunderstandings grew, leading to frustration on both sides. So what really happened, and what lessons can we learn from this situation? Mr. Barron shared his story. "I am 65 years old, and lately, I have felt overwhelmed with sadness. What should have been a joyous new beginning, filled with companionship and love, turned into a painful and disappointing experience. I never imagined that just days after my wedding, I would be facing a divorce. Even now, I struggle to understand where things went wrong." Mr. Barron had once experienced deep love. Many years ago, he married his first wife after 2 years of courtship. Their marriage was built on mutual respect, care, and understanding. They cherished each other through life's ups and downs, creating a life filled with warmth and stability. He had always imagined growing old with her, facing life together in their later years. But fate had other plans. At the age of 45, he lost his beloved wife in a tragic accident. Her sudden passing left him devastated, with an emptiness he never thought he could fill. As painful as it was, he knew he had to move forward, for himself and for his children. For years, he devoted his life to raising his 2 children and focusing on his career. He never considered remarriage, believing it wouldn't be right until his children were settled. But as time passed, and his children started their own families, Mr. Barron found himself truly alone. At first, he convinced himself that solitude was peaceful. He enjoyed the freedom to do as he pleased, without obligations or compromises. However, over time, the silence in his home became overwhelming. His children visited less frequently, and the loneliness began to weigh on him. He missed having someone to share daily conversations with, to eat meals with, and to experience the simple joys of life beside. That was when he met Mrs. Mary. She was kind, intelligent, and had a warm presence that instantly put him at ease. Over time, they developed a strong connection, spending their days taking walks, sharing meaningful conversations, and enjoying each other's company. Encouraged by their bond, they decided to marry, believing they had found happiness together. But reality turned out to be more complicated than expected. If you find Mr. Barron's journey is inspiring and meaningful, please comment yes below. Your thoughts help us continue sharing valuable stories. If you feel there's room for improvement, comment 0. Your feedback allows us to create better content for you. Thank you for your time. Stay with us as we dive deeper into Mr. Barron's story and uncover the valuable lessons hidden within his experience. Number 2. Late life marriage, Mr. Barron's journey of love and challenges. Remarrying wasn't something I considered back then. My mind was fully occupied with work and raising my 2 children, who were still young at the time. My focus was entirely on them, and I believed it would be inappropriate to think about marriage again until they had grown up and settled into their own lives. For the next 15 years, I lived a busy life, dedicating myself to my career and my children's well-being. Once they got married and started families of their own, I moved into a house by myself. At first, I embraced solitude. Friends often told me how wonderful it was to live alone, free to do whatever I pleased without having to answer to anyone. And in the beginning, I enjoyed it. I could stay out late, travel whenever I wanted, and live without restrictions. In some ways, I even felt relieved that I no longer had to deal with the minor conflicts and compromises that many of my married friends faced. But over time, the novelty of living alone faded, and the reality of isolation set in. The house grew quieter and emptier with each passing day. Everyday activities that once brought me joy started feeling dull and repetitive. The little moments that used to make life special, like sharing a meal, talking about the day's events, or simply sitting with someone in comfortable silence, were missing. On rainy evenings and cold nights, the loneliness felt unbearable. I often found myself pacing back and forth in my home, trying to shake off the heavy feeling of solitude. What hurt the most was the growing distance between me and my children. After they got married, their visits became rare, mostly reserved for holidays. Whenever I faced challenges or emergencies, I had to handle them alone, without anyone to lean on for support or advice. By the time I turned 65, I realized I couldn't continue living this way. I longed for companionship, a partner to share my life with, someone who would understand me, support me, and fill the emptiness that had settled into my days. That was when I met Mrs. Mary. She was 4 years younger than me, and from the moment we were introduced, I was drawn to her warmth, charm, and kindness. She had an elegant appearance, carried herself with grace, and had a well-maintained figure. Having worked in the cultural sector, she possessed a certain sophistication and poise that I found captivating. Although she was no longer in her youth, she still had a vibrant and engaging presence. Thankfully, the feeling was mutual. Her first impression of me was also positive, and we decided to spend time getting to know each other better. Since we were both retired, we had plenty of free time to nurture our budding relationship. We met daily, either at her invitation or mine, taking long walks, sharing conversations, and enjoying each other's company. As our bond deepened, Mrs. Mary would often visit my home, helping with household chores, tidying up, and even washing my clothes. Her presence brought warmth and energy into my life. From the moment we met, I felt a change in my spirit. My mood lifted, my days felt brighter, and the heavy cloud of loneliness that had been weighing on me started to disappear. With her companionship, I felt more confident in facing life's challenges. After 6 months of growing closer, I felt it was time to take the next step. I discussed the possibility of marriage with my 2 children, and to my relief, they were fully supportive and had no objections. Encouraged by their approval, Mrs. Mary and I decided to formalize our relationship and build a future together. To show my trust and commitment, I entrusted her with my financial assets. I promised to give her control over my monthly pension, allowing her to manage it as she saw fit. I even transferred my savings book, house papers, and other personal documents into her care, demonstrating that I had nothing to hide. Additionally, I assured her that if she treated me with kindness and honesty, my 3-bedroom, 100-square-meter house would be hers after my passing, a decision that my children also supported. I believed I had done everything possible to show my sincerity and devotion, hoping for a lifelong partnership built on mutual love and support. However, what followed was entirely unexpected and deeply disheartening. On our wedding night, as we began living together, Mrs. Mary expressed something that left me both bewildered and embarrassed. She told me that I had an unpleasant odor that she could not tolerate. I was shocked. I had never noticed such a thing myself, but instead of arguing, I immediately resolved to address the issue. That very night, I took an exceptionally thorough shower, scrubbing myself with plenty of soap and shower gel for over an hour, determined to eliminate any possible odor. Little did I know that this issue would become the breaking point of our marriage. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment your thoughts below. Your feedback means a lot to us and helps us continue sharing meaningful lessons. If you feel there's room for improvement, comment 0. Your suggestions allow us to create better content for you. Thank you for your valuable time. Stay with us as we explore the unexpected challenges that followed and the lessons learned from this experience. Number 3. Facing the challenges of aging. Lessons on love, loneliness, and resilience. Despite my best efforts, Mrs. Mary continued to express discomfort, covering her nose and saying the smell lingered. To avoid further tension, I chose to sleep in another room, but her words weighed heavily on me. That night, I lay awake, feeling confused, ashamed, and disappointed. Our marriage had just begun, yet it already felt like it was falling apart. The next morning, I approached her, hoping for an honest conversation. When I asked if my body truly had an unpleasant odor, she confirmed it. She explained that before we lived together, she hadn't noticed because we had never shared such close quarters. Her words pointed to something many seniors experience, the natural scent that comes with aging. Determined to find a solution, I visited a doctor who explained that while this phenomenon was common among older adults, it couldn't be completely eliminated. He advised good hygiene, regular showers, ventilating living spaces, and using perfume to help mask the scent. Desperate to fix things, I followed his recommendations and even spent a significant amount on an expensive bottle of cologne, hoping that it would ease her concerns. But despite my efforts, nothing changed. Mrs. Mary's complaints grew harsher, and soon, it wasn't just about my scent. She said the entire house smelled like me, and she found it unbearable. We continued to sleep in separate rooms, and though I felt hurt and disappointed, I avoided confronting her directly. By the fifth night, I had reached my limit. I took an extra long shower, applied even more cologne, and entered our bedroom with renewed confidence. But as soon as I walked in, she recoiled, covering her nose and complaining that the smell was overwhelming. She exclaimed, "Even perfume can't mask it. My eyes are burning and I feel nauseated. Please understand." At that moment, something inside me broke. Frustrated and deeply wounded, I replied, "I don't believe my body smells that bad. If you don't want to live with me, just say so. Stop making excuses." This led to a heated argument, and in the heat of the moment, I suggested divorce. That night, I retreated to the other room, leaving the conversation unresolved. The next morning, Mrs. Mary packed her belongings and left without a word. Shortly afterward, we finalized our divorce, ending our brief and painful marriage. This experience taught me a profound lesson about companionship and expectations. I had entered this marriage with genuine hope, hoping for understanding, warmth, and support in my later years. But I came to realize that remarriage is not always the solution to loneliness. Instead of enriching my life, it introduced unexpected pain and disappointment. Now, I have decided to embrace living alone, acknowledging that aging brings inevitable changes to the body. Despite this, I hold on to a quiet hope that maybe someday I might meet someone who values companionship over perfection, someone who will stand by me with warmth and empathy as we walk through the twilight of life together. Until then, I strive to let go of past disappointments, treat myself with kindness, and live with the understanding that not everything in life is meant to be forced. Acceptance, forgiveness, and openness to the future have become my guiding principles. If there's something you dream of doing, don't let age stop you. Do it as soon as you feel ready, regardless of how many years have passed. Society often makes people believe that aging means becoming obsolete, useless, or a burden. Many seniors internalize this belief, thinking their best years are behind them. But the truth is, every stage of life offers opportunities for growth, purpose, and fulfillment. Take inspiration from the remarkable story of an elderly woman who gained fame on social media despite being over 90 years old. Even at her age, she continued working hard, running small stalls late into the night. When asked if she ever felt exhausted, she replied, "If you do what you love, you will never feel tired. If you do feel tired, that is also joy." Her words remind us that passion and purpose have no age limit. Even after 9 decades of life, she knew what she wanted and pursued it wholeheartedly. Her unwavering dedication should inspire us all. Age is just a number. It does not determine whether you can or cannot do something. Your willingness to try does. If you have a dream, a goal, or even a small wish in your heart, start now. It's never too late. Confidence is key. Fear of aging should never hold you back. The outcome may not always match your expectations, but the journey will be meaningful. As long as you try, grow, and embrace life, no effort is ever wasted. Staying mentally and physically active keeps the spirit young. As one wise elder once said, "I lived to old age and kept learning until the end. I never stopped seeking knowledge." Her lifelong commitment to growth teaches us that learning keeps the mind engaged, the heart inspired, and the soul connected to the world. Whether it's reading, exploring new skills, or embracing technology, curiosity and lifelong learning help us stay vibrant and engaged in life. The real sign of aging isn't physical decline, it's the refusal to learn, to explore, and to adapt. The world around us is constantly evolving, shaped by technology, culture, and social changes. If older generations resist these changes, they risk becoming disconnected and isolated. While life experience is valuable, clinging too tightly to the past can prevent meaningful connections with the present. For example, in today's digital world, communication happens online. Learning how to use smartphones, video calls, and social media can help seniors stay connected to their grandchildren, reconnect with old friends, and engage with modern society. Though learning new technology may feel difficult at first, the rewards are worth it. Many older adults are now embracing the digital world, discovering new hobbies, reading ebooks, and connecting with like-minded communities online. By seeing life as an ongoing journey of self-improvement, every step forward becomes an opportunity for growth and fulfillment. Life is a series of meetings and partings, a natural rhythm that we must learn to embrace. Many people fear separation, whether it's leaving behind a past relationship, moving to a new place, or saying goodbye to loved ones. These moments of loss are painful, but they are also a part of life's journey. As the famous saying from Spirited Away goes, "Life is like a train heading straight to the cemetery. Very few people will accompany you until the end of the journey." The relationships we encounter in life are often temporary, guided by fate and circumstances. Instead of dwelling on what we cannot control, we should focus on cherishing the people and moments we have now. Love the ones who are with you. Avoid regrets. Live in harmony with life's flow, and you will find peace and happiness. Many seniors rely heavily on their children, expecting them to take care of them in old age. But children have their own lives, responsibilities, and challenges. While it's natural for families to support one another, depending too much on them can create tension. Having your own home, no matter how modest, gives you freedom. It allows you to live on your own terms, make decisions independently, and enjoy the life you've built without feeling like a burden. Even if your children are willing to help, maintaining your independence ensures a healthy, harmonious relationship. Aging is about mindset. Stay optimistic, embrace change, and pursue what brings you joy. Show the world that growing older is about resilience, passion, and deep appreciation for the journey of life. What lesson stood out to you today? Comment below with one thing you've learned. If you know someone who's struggling with remarriage, send them this video. It might change their life. Number 4. Maintaining independence and personal space after remarrying. Remarrying later in life can bring newfound companionship, joy, and support, but it also comes with its own unique set of challenges. One of the most important aspects to consider when entering a new relationship at an older age is how to maintain independence and personal space. While the idea of sharing life with someone again is appealing, it's essential to remember that preserving a sense of self is just as important. For many older adults, finding the right balance between intimacy and independence is key to a healthy and fulfilling marriage. Independence doesn't end with remarriage. Both partners should continue nurturing their own hobbies, interests, and friendships. Many seniors worry that remarriage could limit their personal freedom, making them feel obligated to spend all their time with their new spouse. However, research from the National Institute on Aging shows that seniors who maintain their personal interests and social circles after remarrying report higher levels of marital satisfaction. This suggests that keeping an independent identity within marriage actually strengthens the relationship rather than weakens it. Open communication plays a crucial role in achieving this balance. Before and during the early stages of remarriage, both partners should discuss expectations regarding personal space, social activities, and daily routines. Setting clear boundaries ensures that both individuals feel respected and valued. For example, you may enjoy quiet mornings with a book, while your partner prefers taking early walks or socializing with friends. Recognizing these differences and allowing each other space to enjoy individual activities without guilt or pressure helps strengthen the relationship rather than create distance. Another key aspect of maintaining independence is dividing household responsibilities fairly. Seniors entering remarriage often have different habits and routines when it comes to managing a home. Without proper discussion, one partner may feel burdened with more responsibilities, leading to frustration and resentment. Dr. John Gottman, a world-renowned relationship expert, states, "Successful marriages are built on the foundation of shared responsibility. When both partners feel their contributions are valued, the relationship becomes stronger and more fulfilling. By openly discussing expectations for chores, finances, and home management, couples can prevent misunderstandings and ensure that both partners feel equally involved in the household." Personal space goes beyond physical space. It includes emotional space as well. Seniors entering a remarriage often carry past experiences with them, whether from previous marriages, the loss of a spouse, or complex family dynamics. Emotional independence means allowing each person to process feelings, reflect on personal challenges, and recharge mentally. This ensures that each partner brings their best self into the relationship, rather than expecting the other to fill every emotional gap. By respecting emotional space, couples create a foundation of trust and understanding, making the marriage stronger and more fulfilling. Physical health is another critical aspect of maintaining personal independence. Each partner should prioritize their well-being, whether through regular exercise, following a nutritious diet, or managing medical conditions. Taking care of personal health ensures that both partners can enjoy their time together for years to come. For example, one partner may love practicing yoga, while the other prefers swimming. Both should feel free to pursue their fitness routines without feeling pressured to adopt the other's preferences. Encouraging each other to stay active and maintain a healthy lifestyle strengthens not only the body, but also the relationship. Beyond health and hobbies, staying socially connected outside the marriage is equally important. Friendships, family relationships, and social circles play a crucial role in emotional well-being. Even as a couple grows closer, it is essential for both partners to maintain their own support networks. Encouraging one another to spend time with friends, visit family, and engage in community activities prevents feelings of isolation and enhances the overall quality of the marriage. A strong social foundation enriches the relationship, as both individuals bring their experiences, connections, and joy back into the partnership. As time goes on, the need for personal space and independence may change. Just as life circumstances evolve, so do the dynamics of a marriage. Partners may find that their need for solitude or togetherness shifts over time, making it essential to continue having open and honest discussions. Flexibility, patience, and mutual respect allow both individuals to adjust to new situations while still maintaining their individuality. If you are thinking about remarriage, approach it with clarity, mutual respect, and open communication. A strong relationship isn't just about having someone by your side. It's about building a partnership that uplifts and supports you. Finding the right balance between companionship and independence allows both partners to thrive and enjoy a fulfilling journey together. No matter where you are in life, you are never alone on this path. Embrace change with confidence, find solutions that work for you, and never hesitate to seek support when needed. If you found this message helpful, like to help spread positivity, and comment below with your thoughts or any insights you'd like to share. Share this video with your loved ones so we can all work toward a happier, healthier life together. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on more valuable content made just for you.